Everything's coming to save you. So I've got something to say, or rather, something to work out with myself here. All of my writings are me working stuff out, coming to new understandings, opening the door to deeper connections, and sharing them in the hopes that it may help others do that too. I'm not under some illusion that I'm sitting on some I've figured this all out mountain. I'm learning and evolving and will be learning and evolving until the day I die. This particular aha moment I've been sitting on for some time now, but I've been too scared to share it with you because I don't want to hurt anyone or take anything away from them that's valuable. Also, I don't want rotten tomatoes hurled at me. But I realized in keeping myself quiet about this, I was robbing myself and potentially others of the gifts that this insight brought me. So I'm giving myself permission to speak my current truth around this. And at the same time, I'm giving permission to everyone else in the world to have an entirely different truth around this, if need be. I thought this would be something that I'd just keep to myself to avoid unnecessary misunderstanding. But I've gotten multiple winks from the universe that I should share this. So here it goes. What I'd like to share about is an aha moment I had around the popular women's empowerment phrase, quote, "Nobody's coming to save you." If you've never heard this phrase, it basically means stop waiting to be rescued. No one's coming for you. You're on your own. Be your own hero. Show up for yourself. Take back your power. Do it yourself and stop waiting for it to be done, and a whole host of other things. It has been a life-changing and a life-saving phrase that has empowered countless women to get behind themselves and take care of and love themselves instead of waiting for someone to save them. I am not here to take anything away from that. It is and was clearly incredibly valuable and needed. I personally was raised with this training from the time I was very young. I was all about it. It was emblazoned in the Bible of my being, having been raised by an empowered woman and feminist. It served me well. And also, I discovered recently, it was not serving me anymore. Now listen, context is queen here, so here is the context of this discovery. So one day I was watching this video of this woman speaking, and in the video she paused during this conversation and said to the universe, her guides, angels, "Take care of me." And she proposed that the viewers do the same. And while my face stayed stoic, my internal jaw hit the floor. Now, don't get me wrong. I speak to those things too. I ask for guidance and help all the time now, though it is a relatively new phenomena for me in the last couple of years because I didn't used to believe I could really do that. I used to be extremely skeptical, but the beauty and miraculousness of the experiences that I have had since that time have left no doubt in my mind. But I have never said, "Take care of me," ever. So when she said that, it made me extremely uncomfortable and judgy. And I know by now, if something makes me really uncomfortable and judgy, I need to investigate. So I did. Investigating for me means I see what my judgmental, not nice voice in the head is really saying here. Even if it's way in the back, I get brutally honest about that, and I don't hold back. Because how I'm judging her, and trying not to, is how I'm judging me. That judgmental, not nice voice in the back of my head was like, "Take care of me? Take care of me? The gall of this woman, take care of me. You cannot expect to be taken care of by other people. You are setting yourself up for a massive disappointment. The only one you can count on is yourself. This woman is totally disempowered. She is relegating responsibility that should be hers and hers alone. She is being weak. And also, who does she think she is asking for that? Does she know how many people are hurting and want that? And she's asking to be taken care of? We need to take care of ourselves. That's what responsible, grown-ass, empowered women do. If you do or expect anything else, you're disempowered, you're weak, and you're needy, and you're gonna be let down hard. What a bunch of airy-fairy BS. That is dangerous, what she is saying and doing. End quote on that voice. Ouch. 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 This was painful to see. Because what I saw is the part of myself who is still believing herself an island. The one who takes the world on her shoulders because she believes she, quote, has to. The one who believes she has to fight and struggle for everything she gets. The one who believes she can't trust or count on anyone, not really, because she'll only be let down if she does. The one who believes she has to keep up her guard 24/7 and do it all herself. The one who is exhausted and hurting because she feels, as is reflected in those judgments, she's on her own in a cold, cruel world, even though she's absolutely not. But even more so, because this was a clear indication of deep disconnection, a source of disconnection. Because how can you know and deeply feel you are part of, one with, and connected to life and to everything while you are also believing you're ultimately on your own in a cold, cruel world? How can you ever feel truly safe, held, or in trust and openness in life if you constantly have to be on guard and figure everything out by yourself? It reflected where I don't really let people in, and it reflected why. It reflected where I was shamed out of my desires in life because other people have it bad or worse, so who was I to want or ask for more? It reflected my expectation of disappointment to protect myself from getting hurt. It reflected how I was judging myself so harshly for wanting to feel taken care of in life and have it easier, and how I was absolutely disallowing new levels of that in my life because it would mean I was weak, disempowered, and would surely get hurt, like those judgments said. It reflected so freaking much. Now, it is probably obvious to most of you by now that the distinction here is whether you're speaking as purely a human about other humans when you say this, or as the divine about the divine. Because yes, clearly humans are about as predictable as squirrels and anything can happen. So you cannot put all your eggs in another human's basket and expect to feel safe. And yes, you cannot expect particular other humans, situations, or events to save you. But knowing and expecting that you will be taken care of by life as life and by the divine as the divine, in the multitude of ways that can and does show up, that you most certainly can do. I discovered this truth by turning it around to its opposite. So nobody's coming to save you became everybody's coming to save you. Or everything's coming to save you. And oh my, how that opened my eyes. So how could it be just as true or truer that everyone's coming to save me? Everything's coming to save me. Well, let's see. 1, it could be just as true or truer because all day long, every day, all over the world, humans are literally saving other humans. Animals are saving animals, plants are saving plants, insects are saving insects, and every which way in between, all of us. Ambulances and fire trucks whiz by on the road every single day because someone needs saving and someone's being saved. Flowers are saving bees and bees are saving flowers. Ibuprofen saves me from my headaches. Plants and animals save us and each other from starvation. Water and sunshine are literally falling from the sky and saving us, all of us, at all times. The air in my lungs is saving my life this very instant and every instant that I've been alive. Gravity saves us from floating right off the earth. My God, these examples were just the tip of the iceberg. It is breathtaking, the examples that I found here. And you could find more, and I did. It honestly made me howl with tears of joy and laughter as I journaled out this list. 2, it could also be just as true or truer that everyone's coming to save me because as I see it, every single person in my life is literally helping to save my life by either pushing my buttons in a way I don't like or in a way that I do. And all of those buttons help me grow, learn, support me to build a better life. Whether it's someone who brings me pain or brings me joy, whether they are showing me what I want or what I absolutely do not want, they are always helping me see and know myself in this life and beyond it. In that way, everyone is saving me all the time. 3, it could also be just as true or truer for the countless times, which I recounted specifically in my journal, that I needed help and support, assistance, love, care, encouragement, and or belief in myself that I simply did not have available to me at that time. People have come to my aid, situations and events have come to my aid, little birds pecking at seeds on the ground have come to my aid in my darkest moments, just to remind me of the beauty and simplicity of life when I was too in my pain to see it. People in my life save me daily. They show up for me in countless ways, from my husband and family and friends in their own big and small ways, to the tech support guy I had to call to fix my Zap yesterday. We are utterly connected and inseparable, all of us, at all times. I could find someone or something saving me in every moment, in literally every moment. The farmers and the truckers and the people who work at the grocery stores are saving me. The power in the water plant and the people who work there are saving me. And ultimately, Mama Earth is saving me and saving us all. And the sun and the moon are saving her. And the universe is saving them. And the source is saving it all. It's so beautiful. I could just fall apart. But I couldn't see any of that when nobody's coming to save you was my story. I couldn't really feel all of that. That story just doesn't leave room for real connection. At least it didn't for me. Not now. So while I absolutely see the power and purpose of that phrase, to not have women giving away their power to men or to anyone else, and to not have them waiting for someone to give them what they want or permission to have or go after what they want, the time has come for me personally to let that story go. I thank it for how it served me, and it absolutely did, but I don't need it anymore. It's funny how the same phrase, story, or belief can be both empowering or disempowering, both liberating or like a cage, and it just depends on where you're at and what you need right now. Beliefs are not ultimately true or false. The better question is always, do they serve me? For me, what serves me better now is knowing deeply that I am assisted and supported in many ways by many things, and that I do not get to dictate who or what those things are. But when I ask and intend for that and trust in the flow of life and know that I am held in and as that flow, That is what I feel and experience more of through all of the people, situations, and events in my life. So I share this for any of you who may also be carrying this story somewhere back there without realizing how it may now have shifted into something that is more in the way than a help, in the way of your connection to life and to the universe and to your place in it, in the way of your relationships, both personal and professional, and to letting in help and support where you need it. And ultimately, in the way of your connection to your deepest self with a capital S. But as always, take what works and leave what doesn't. I just felt such a deep release and healing come out of this turnaround that I simply had to share it. Thanks for joining me this week. And if you'd like to get these posts delivered to your inbox every Sunday morning like clockwork, you can do so at sunnychapman.com/more. Or if you'd like to dive right into my full Feast or Famine No More course, you can learn all about that and check it out at sunnychapman.com/feast.